If you have the REI Landlist website, you can easily push your property over to list your property on your website from Pebble. To do this, there's a few things that you need to do. Come into the backend of your REI Landlist website, and you'll need to make sure you activate the plugin. The plugin responsible for this is called the REI Pebble CRM plugin. You'll know that it's activated if it says deactivate, and it is highlighted blue. After that, go ahead and head into the actual plugin here by selecting Pebble on the sidebar. And we're going to actually copy this information over to your Pebble account to make sure you connect your site to your Pebble account. Now to do that, head over into Pebble and head over into settings here. On the right side, you want to go to integrations, and with REI Landlist, you want to go ahead and hit connect. At this point, you want to grab the URL and the token from your website's plugin. So go ahead and copy the URL and the token and paste it into these fields here. All right, you can go ahead and also give your site a name. Great. The next thing we'll need to do is match the property fields to the actual section that is going to populate on our website. For example, this title field, we want to make sure that it pulls the data from a specific property field. I actually have a property field set up for this under the section Marketing Details and Marketing Title of Property. That means whenever I fill out this field and I push a property, that field will fill out the title for the property. You're going to want to do this for the applicable sections of your website that you want populated by Pebble. The only thing you need to make sure is that the field actually gets filled out for that property, so you're actually pushing content onto your website. All right, I'm going to go ahead and head over to properties. I'm going to show you exactly how this works. I've actually gotten this set up here, and I'm going to click into one of my properties. You can see I've got a section that I've created under my property fields called Marketing Details. Now, you can add and change your property fields by going into Settings and Property Fields. Remember, you can create any field and just push it to that section of your website, as long as you match the property field up to that section of the website. So, as for the title of the property, I'm going to go ahead and fill this out as example title property. So that means whenever I push this out, the title will get filled out for that property, and it's going to be called example title property. All right, all I need to do now is head over to the integration section of my property, and you can see that my site is actually connected. And so what I'm going to do is simply hit send. Now that's going to send over to my site. Keep in mind, we're not going to be sending every piece of information. Instead, what we're doing is helping you save time by just pushing over the essential information like APN, acreage, and some other information like title and pricing data as well. All right, so if I want to view my property, I'll go ahead and hit view record. Great, you can see that it actually came over, example title property. I'm going to go ahead and actually edit this, and this is necessary in order to finesse the entire listing. Now, there's a couple things that you want to do here. You want to fill out the information that you're missing on all these sections, whatever sections is applicable. Even things like Google Map, YouTube, you'll definitely want to add it in yourself here by just hitting this add button and adding the YouTube widget or the Google Map widget. That's going to be up to you. The next important thing that you need to set up is on the sidebar here, what we call our property tab. So under property here, we want to make sure we select the location, the featured image, the excerpt. This will actually show up on the index page here of your property listings. It'll also help with the search functionality. Now, finally, if you want to scroll down here, you'll want to make sure you fill out everything under land options, or to the best of your ability, especially the ones that are asterisked in red here. Finally, we have our property note here. This is really important because if you're using the property content lock and locking down the property, when somebody submits their information as a buyer lead on your website, this is how you identify knowing which property they're interested in. And that would show up inside of Pebble as a buyer lead attached to a property already. The only thing you need to make sure you do for that property content lock is head over to the back end and make sure the property content lock is selected as lock properties only, not the entire site. All right, so that's how you push your property information over from Pebble onto your REI Landlist website. It's key to remember that we're not intending to push every piece of information over to your Landlist website, or else we'd be simply recreating WordPress on Pebble. Instead, we're going to push over the essential information. You're going to come to the listing on Pebble and then finesse the rest of that listing.